I can share one story with an Iranian man that was at that time, it's a little bit backwards, it was like in his middle 60s. He was here on his own without family in a camp in my city, and I just visited him every Wednesday. So we started our service by these solidarity visitations. Every Wednesday we go out, we got some leftover bread from a bakery, and we just shared it outside and have a reason to knock at every door, and the people invited us and we share time with them. This older man, I visited him like 2 years in a camp, and we did have good time together. We talk about everything, his life, my life, his faith. He was a Muslim from Iranian Shiite background, but he was very open, and I could share everything, how I live, how I think about life. And after 2 years, he moved somewhere else, so the government moved him to another city. And I didn't have contact with him for like another 2 years. So 4 years later, he came back to my city, showed up in the cafe and told me, you know what, I'm living now in this city, and I did get some trouble with my health disease. And I remembered that Christians are praying for people to get healed. So the only thing I did, I recognized that in this town that I was deported, there's a church. So I went there and asked them to pray for me. So he got healed from a disease in this church. They never worked with refugees before. And he came back and said, so I now belong to this church. I'm a member of them. Because you told me this is what Christians are supposed to do, to help people and pray for people. We can not make it, it's up to God, but we are willing to share and to love people, embrace them. It is amazing because he was totally no longer in my view. And he came up and said, I have to tell you that because you treated me like a real person, as a human being, and you shared your life. I remember there are people that are open for me.